But somebody's recording career died along. Well, that was John Fogerty. He had to quit CCR and stop recording music because his rip-off manager had all the rights to his songs.
Classic.
He even got sued.
Classic scenario.
He even got sued by his own manager for plagiarizing one of the songs that he actually wrote, which is amazing. That somebody actually took a case to court to say you plagiarized your own song, which is complete horseshit. Of course, that was thrown out. But that didn't stop John Fogerty from recording his own songs. But now, thanks to his wife, he has the rights to all of his songs he wrote for Creedence Clearwater Revival over 50 years ago. This is from Billboard.com. John Fogerty's re-recorded Legacy Hits album makes a top 10 debut. This is by Keith Caulfield. The set, which revisits Creedence Clearwater Revival's hits, also arrives on the Independent Albums and Americana Folk Albums chart. Probably number one on those. John Fogerty's new legacy, the Creedence Clearwater Revival Years, John's version collection, a set of re-recorded hits from his years on as the frontman of Creedence Clearwater Revival, makes a top 10 debut on Billboard's top album sales chart. The set launches at number 9 with nearly 8,000 copies sold in the United States in the week ending August 28th, 2025. That was last week sometime. 8,000 copies of an album is these days because, there's very limited album sales, right? The project also bows to the Americana Folk Albums chart. The project also bows on the... I don't even know. I don't think they're using that word right. The Americana Folk Albums chart at number 13 and Independence Albums at number 5. Okay, well, maybe not so high. Creedence Clearwater Revival, or CCR, earned 16 hits on the Billboard Hot 100 from 1968 to 1976, including 9 top 10s, 6 of which peaked at number 2. Among Creedence Hot 100 hits that Fogerty re-recorded for the new album, Proud Mary, Bad Moon Rising, Down on the Corner, Up Around the Bend, all of top 5 charting singles. Billboard's top album sales chart ranks the top selling albums of the week based only on traditional album sales, which is a very, very limited market. You just download something. You can actually order an album or a CD and have it delivered to your house. You can still have that, boys and girls. The chart's history dates back to May 25th, 1991. The first week Billboard began tabulating charts with electronically monitored piece count information from SoundScan, now Luminate. Pure album sales were the sole measurement utilized by the Billboard 200 albums chart through the list dated December 6, 2014, after which the chart switched to a methodology that blends album sales with track equivalent album units, or TEA, and streaming equivalent album units, or SEA. Stray Kids collected 7. That's some stupid ad. Never mind. Carmine Legacy of the 2 of the 8 debuts are re-entries in the top 10 this week, joined by LaFay's A Matter of Time, Deftones' Private Music, Tyler the Creator's Cherry Bomb, 3 Days Grace's Alienation, The Who's Live at Oval, 1971, number 7 debut, and The Warnings live from Auditorio National CDMX is number 8. The only holdovers from the top 10 are the K-pop Demon Hunters soundtrack, which climbs from 9 to 5, and Tomorrow X Together's chart-topping The Star Chapter Together. And there's your news on John Fogerty re-recording. It didn't say anything else about it. It just did a bunch of chart news. I was hoping there was more of an in-depth story, but I can give you the background. He recorded the same songs that he recorded with CCR, the same key, almost the same music, really. If you listen to the music
it's
seems
a copy of what
voice
Taylor Swift had to do, basically, right? Taylor Swift did it on her masters, and she had to re-release all her songs.
Okay. Yeah, Taylor Swift did this, like, in comparison to how John Fogerty did it, she did it like minutes afterwards. In comparison, John Fogerty did this 50-some years.
Yeah,
after
I understand that
his
part.
voice
Yeah.
is all right.
I'm just saying for anybody who doesn't.
I'm not done with the story. The point being, he re-recorded it with his own kid. His kids are playing the music. He didn't even have to hire
pretty
music.
cool.
Train all of it. Yeah. So that's the point I was getting to, not the comparison to Taylor Swift is good. It's a great comparison because it's probably what he realized. Hey, somebody can do this. And that's what he did. It took years, but he finally got the rights to his music. Costs money, of course, but now all those songs that he's recording are now his alone. John Fogerty to do whatever he wants to, and he gets all the royalties. So good for him. He got his catalog back. It took him years, and now he's recording it. Let's have a non sequitur before I do my own next story.
I guess that is my non sequitur right there.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I interrupted.
Yeah.
I was
Taylor Swift, of course, also lost her master. She did wake sooner, though, because she's still popular right now. Not saying they weren't popular, but they're not popular now, right? This is more of a revival of their music in general, but I didn't know their story. I remember watching, I think, a YouTube video about the entire history of the band and how they were on the top, and then they just stopped. They were like, shit. Oh. We lost all our money.
The reason they stopped, of course, the reason they broke up is because their manager had all the rights to all their songs, and John Fogerty signed a ridiculous contract, which I think he had to turn in 500 songs to this guy, and with no rights, And he's like, I quit. I ain't doing this anymore.
I mean, back then it was so popular too, right? Bob Dylan also had like a shitty fucking record deal where he just released whatever just to get out of it.
Yeah, everybody does it. Bob Dylan definitely wasn't losing money like CCR was. He was a little bit smarter than he is. But what they did is they gave each other a 25% share in the band. And unbeknownst to John Fogerty, 3 of his band members sold their share to their band manager. So he had 75% of the rights to the band. His band members had none. He had 25%. The manager convinced them to do that too. 75%. So why would I be writing these songs to make these other guys rich? And it built a lot of resentment. You can't be in a band where the other 3 members just sold you out personally because you're the guy who writes all the songs.
And that's what happened. That's what happened to our 3 weeks ago between those 2. What was the name of that band with the 2 people?
No idea.
Her name. Hall & Oates. Hall & Oates did the same thing. They broke up.
Hall & Oates. Oh yeah, I think they've settled now.
They're selling your stock. You're selling your 50% stock, and I'm just saying this is a famous thing that breaks bands up.
The original thing that breaks bands up is the original reason they got into music in the first place was to get laid. And so when these guys get money, at first they think it's their money when it's not. It's the record company advancing them money on their contract, which is a 5-year contract, which calls for 5 albums. You only produce 1 album, and you've already spent all your advance money, and you got nothing left coming to you. That's what breaks up bands. We don't have any money? I thought we just signed a contract. Yeah, you didn't read the contract. Okay, so next story.
And that's why we're here for people with who are illiterate to teach them to read. That's why we're all here. Right. Don't fall for those scummy record deals.
Your typical rock star, about as smart as a pillow, and he spends more time in bed than a pillow. But with groupies, because he's having a good time, he doesn't care. Hey, you ripped me off. And the other company's like, yeah, you didn't read your contract? Sorry, you didn't read it. Sorry, moron.